Hello, Void. Phoebe Rizzo still behind, as always, but still steadily working through that 31 days of horror backlog before getting back to my regular backlog. Wacky. Okay, so gonna get right down to it. Cube. Now, this movie is well known in horror circles, but less well known outside them. So it's one of those. I feel like a lot of people know about it, but at the same time, it's more known in the circles I traffic in. So maybe not. I know when I first came across Cube, it was on VHS back in a video store a long time ago, and I really had no idea what I was getting into. And that definitely added something to the film. And since the movie itself is already such a mystery, it kind of added something to it. Now, this came out in 1997, so a long time ago. So, premise on this one. A group of strangers wake up in a strange cubic room. And they have no idea how they got there. All their possessions are gone. They're in jumpsuits, and there's doors in every wall, ceiling, and floor. Opening one leads to another cubic room, just different colored. And so they have to navigate this maze of cubes, trying to find out how to get out. Adding to the complication, booby traps. So, they're in this death cube, no idea how they got there, no idea who each other are, and trying to figure out what connects them, if anything, why they're here, and what is in the cube. What is the cube? So, the movie's big strength is it doesn't answer all these questions. It posits a lot of possibilities, and some of them do seem plausible because one of the people in there actually did work to help design part of the thing. And each other person seems to have their own speciality. The mathematician helps identify some of the patterns. The autistic man is able to calculate some of the figures that others cannot. The cop is keeping them organized. The doctor has health concerns. The escape artist is giving them tips on survival. So they all have aspects that help them work through it. But the deeper they go, the more confused it all gets. Especially as tensions run high. They have no food, they have no water, and they're running low on sleep. And tensions run high, and the group begins fighting amongst themselves. Some of them become more dangerous to each other than the cube itself. So it's a great paranoia film, great little sci-fi number, and how much it leaves unanswered doesn't feel unsatisfying. It just fits for this kind of a movie. I will say some of the CG effects, particularly towards the beginning, are a little dodgy, but they don't really rely on a lot of them, and most of the gore is fairly practical. And some of the effects are fairly gruesome. The soundtrack for this thing is also fitting. Some parts of it just seem to work really well. This little weird number just sticks with me every time I see this movie. So, and it's a very low budget film, however. It's definitely kind of came out of nowhere. With that, the cube itself, they only actually had one cube, and from there, it's essentially they had to change the color panels each time, so they had to film it in a weird way. For me, the claustrophobia, the effects, the mystery, and the characters really are what make this movie for me. They are a likable group, and the people that aren't, you enjoy hating. So, for me, yeah, this one's a 10. Alright, Void. So, like I mentioned in a previous video, but I suppose since not everyone watches all of my videos, I should keep saying it. If anyone has any recommendations, suggestions, I take requests, post them in the comments, and I'll get to them. Add to my watch log. It's already massive, but I could spare some time for you guys, Void. Catch you later.